corpos, we got VTuber classism. No, as in like there's corporate VTubers. There's VTubers who are owned by a corporate entity and are a talent of that company. They are basically acting out. They're acting out as VTubers in the name of that company. Their whole brand is owned by the company. VTuber classism is real. VTuber classism is crazy, but it is real. Like, it does exist. Is everything classism? Like, there's definitely VTuber classism in the sense of like, my model is considered pretty high quality. My art is, you know, very unique in style, and it's very clean. It's just like, it's a high quality model. My rigging is very well tracked. My mouth is very well tracked. My eyes and my expressions are well tracked. My body moves. I have a full body rig, which is usually the most expensive, and my clothes move in a way that is realistic, and that is qualities of a high quality VTuber model. There's people who choose to not pay as much as I did for my model, and it's mostly amongst the VTubers themselves. A lot of viewers don't really care about the quality of the model, as long as the streamer themselves is very entertaining. But that's where a lot of marketing goes into, trying to grow outside of Twitch. I grow a lot on Twitch directly because of my model. Because my model is the first thing that you see, and it is the quintessential part of my stream. So people are more likely to click on my stream simply because they're interested in seeing how my model works. They're interested in seeing how the art moves and how the model moves itself. They're interested in the fact that my background looks interesting, or my overlays are neat and clean and have a theme. But when it comes to what's considered a low quality model, you have to work a lot harder to try and grow outside of Twitch and on Twitch, because you have to make yourself look interesting. Make someone want to click on your stream besides just the game you're playing or what you're doing. So when you have a model that, you know, looks like it was made in a couple days, it's harder to attract viewership and attention to yourself. As someone who has been drawing for 20 years, I can't help but judge if people have very average looking models with no originality. That is definitely an epidemic in the VTuber community, is like, how many pink haired cat girls can we have before, you know, we retire that concept, you know? Are you open about how much it costs? I am, actually. My model, from start to finish, from the design concept to the actual model being drawn and rigged, cost me basically $4,000. Now, I'm not going to say that that was $4,000 that came out of my own pocket. That was funded by the community. I'm not going to claim that I paid for it. It was very much funded by the community, and I am eternally grateful for that. That's 3 months of rent? Yes. I am on the cheaper side of a VTuber model. VTubers are investments. As the sphere continues to grow, and as the technology continues to develop, it will only get more expensive. Oh my god, she's an NFT! That is really good, because I've seen them have 16K for a simple one, and your model is very pretty and the rigging is so smooth. Yes. In terms of the average cost of VTuber models, I'm considered cheap. A lot of your bigger VTubers that you see are investing upwards of 20 grand per VTuber debut. But that's the thing, is it's an investment, and they will get that back. But that's the problem with indie VTubing. With indie VTubing, you're not getting this back. Unless you have a larger community who's very gracious and very giving, you will not make that money back. But it is an investment. So once you get a model like mine, you invest with it. You start doing YouTube content. You start advertising the model. You start doing promotion or promotional material with the model. You do merch. You do a debut. You do YouTube videos. You do YouTube shorts. You do TikToks. You do Instagram reels. Because your focal point is this investment and trying to make this investment worth it. You're going to try and grow as big as you can to try and make it back. It's a good price for such a gorgeous model. It is very, very good. It takes a village to raise a VTuber. 4K is cheap for rigging, is cheap rigging only. So cheap rigging currently is like $2,000. That's a cheap rig. If I was a streamer, people would have to get used to my ugly mug because there ain't no way in hell. That's a lot of corporate pocketbooks tipping that scale though. That's not normal person money. Exactly. I don't even know how one debuts. Like I want to get seen, but I don't know how. It's a lot of just learning algorithm, learning advertisement, which is why content creation becomes a job, because you're learning how to do things all by yourself. You're an indie streamer. You don't know. You don't have the money to hire people unless you're rich. You don't have the money to hire a manager, a social media manager, someone to do your advertisements for you. You don't have money to commission promotional videos. You don't have money to commission an editor all the time. You have to learn it yourself. People that blow 20 bands on a model and then streams once, I will strangle personally. I know way too many small indie VTubers who have a base model art amount of $10,000 because they think getting the highest, the most expensive art and rigging and quality will get them views, but that's just not the case because it's an investment. Most people, at least, aren't going to leave high school and immediately try to take out a mortgage. You're going to get an apartment first, or you're going to save money by staying with your parents at home. You're not getting out of high school and immediately jumping to a mortgage, which is why a lot of people start as like PNG tubers, because PNGs are a lot cheaper and a lot easier to make, and it still expresses your original character of your VTuber as well as, and you can still be entertaining with just a PNG. It's like how, you know, faceless streamers grow. If I were rich, y'all, I would have 10 different models already. I would have done 10 different debuts. Oh my god, I would have so many models because I love VTuber models. I love this model though. I really like this model. If I won the lottery, they would be signs. Exactly. I'd love to do a debut someday because I want to show my model off. I put 6 months into it so far. You don't even have to do a debut, honestly. I think most people's focus should be making sure you like streaming before you start putting money down on models and stuff. Go live. Press the start stream button before you start dropping bans on a VTuber model. Because of that fact, I will most likely never become a VTuber. I barely have time to go to my master classes, write my bachelor paper, study, and go to work. Yeah, it's not for everybody. Question about the model. The boobs. Have they been intended to be this amazing, or did your artist make them bigger than expected? Honest question. I had this convo with some friends. You could literally ask Jamie. The breasts on my model are definitely bigger than expected because this model was supposed to have a reduction in size comparatively to my last model. And they ended up kind of, yeah, the breast reduction failed because they ended up kind of being like the same size. Hearing about corporate expenditures, I can't wait to see civilization fall from my deathbed. Okay, anarchy. It's all a business pretty much. I kind of wish that more quote-unquote tourists understood that and it's not just playing video games all day. As someone who worked 9 to 5s for most of my life and only recently started doing like content creation as like a really serious thing, of course a 9 to 5 is so much harder than streaming, but a lot of people don't understand the amount of effort that a lot of smaller streamers put in to their streams to make their stream quality and make their space enjoyable and just to grow and promote themselves. If you want to do it as a job, you gotta You kind of got to min-max everything. Like, you got to learn how to make content, and then editing, and then the timing is so important, as well as when you stream and release content. Exactly. Learning the algorithms. I've had my social media experience ruined because I've had to learn how to, you know, post for the algorithm. I can't enjoy a lot of content anymore because I watch it and I'm thinking about how I can recreate the success for myself, or, oh, I can't watch this YouTube video from this YouTuber I enjoy because I should play this game on stream myself. It seems like an entertaining game and the video is getting a lot of views, so I should play this game for myself and try and make a video out of it because that's how I'm going to game the system and game the algorithm and blah, 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 blah. It sucks. It sucks having this as your hobby as well as your job, because these are the things you have to consider now. You also need a personality. Yes. Oh, PNG tubers, they're so cute and versatile. IMO. Oh, absolutely. One of my favorite PNG tubers, though I don't think he would even ever identify himself as one, is Skullvolver. Skullvolver is an artist, and he makes his PNGs for like per game that he's playing, and I think they're always so like unique and funny, and I love them. If I won the lottery, there would be signs. VTubers who have a new model every week are crazy. Insane. Step 1, do 1 stream. Step 2, drop bans. I always have fond memories of the old model. As much as I did love the old model, the Mara model, it just had, it got stained for me because it had so many issues, and then couldn't really advertise it anywhere because just the outfit and the chest area was a little too big for some services, social media services. The fact that I had that model for over a year, it was supposed to be a butterfly, never rigged my wings. And it's like, that's such a core part of the model's identity, and it just never happened. And I was so sad about that. That's so sad. It was. Yeah, I was very upset with that model, and it's also that model got stained by somebody else because I'd lost a friendship over that model. I had gotten accused of copying a friend when I made that model from the ground up, and I had even changed the design of the model to appease somebody, and I still lost that friendship. So like, yeah, that model was never what I wanted it to actually be. So I was never truly happy with that model. Not like I am with this model. It feels like me. Like, this model was just, it was completely made from the ground up. It's not me trying to be someone that I'm not. Because, like, that's the thing with this model, right? Is like, sure, I have the oh ho ho, big boobs, sexy VTuber vibes. But the thing is that it still seems like me. I can imagine my voice coming out of it. The hoodie toggle is funny, and so many people really like it. And I think it fits my voice so much better than like any of my previous models. And I can be so silly, I can be fun, I can have fun with this model. So I really do like it. Entirely SB coded. Yeah. I love the hoodie. Glad to know that you were able to get this and feel comfortable with it. I was, yeah, I literally felt like I was getting body dysmorphia with my previous model.